Hi everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is your twin flame reading for water signs for the month of August. So if you or your twin are a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or have those placements in your chart, this reading should be able to provide you with clarity about your situation. Now, this side is my feminine side, and this is my masculine side. If you identify with either side, go ahead and choose the one you need, regardless of your physical appearance. If you're in a same-sex relationship, you will assign the sides as you see fit, okay? So, bottom of your deck, I'm looking here, and we had an opportunity. It seems like there was definitely an ending based on somebody being manipulative and non-committal. There was an opportunity that was extended, or the possibility of there being something that could have gotten off the ground. It seems like there was some rejection here. And this is because there's one person in the situation who seems to feel like it's only temporary or it's too good to be true. I feel like that could be the masculine energy, because he came through with the I don't deserve you card for the past energy. And then we have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck for kind of the overall energy of the reading, and that's what's setting the tone. Now, when the Page of Pentacles comes out reversed, this is someone who's really holding back, or they're lacking in follow through. This can also be someone who's acting kind of spoiled and not seeing the value of a situation. We've got these two energies here where one person, it seems, is rejecting someone based on their own, like some of their personal issues around feeling inadequate. And then with this Page of Pentacles, I feel like that's what led to the hesitation to either commit, extend an offer, or accept an offer, or there's just no follow through because this person is kind of in a space of depression. Now, it does look like there was a possibility for reconciliation in the past. Bottom of your deck is family, as well as indecision. So I'm seeing too that the blockage was making a choice. It could be that one of you is dealing with someone else at this time. Now, past energy, we had some interesting stuff. For your feminine energy, we have why is this so hard? But that's coming out in the reverse. And so I'm feeling as though feminine is kind of in a space of not wanting to ruminate anymore on what the issues were in the relationship. With the frenemy in the reverse, this talks about someone being exposed for who they are. And I feel as though for you feminine, because the energy combined with you both together, what that ended up making was courtship, as well as the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So it's making me feel as though you both actually moved on to do something else with someone else, because the blockage here is having multiple choices, as well as probably some childhood triggers or traumas that both of you could have been bringing up within each other, right? So it's very possible for you feminine that your masculine reminds you of your father. It's very possible for you masculine viewers that the feminine energy reminds you of your mother. And so there's this issue around how do you progress the relationship when there's still some old baggage, right? Energy together was the Nine of Wands reversed. So that's showing me that you both were very much fearing rejection. And I feel like that's what led you to do something else. This is also talking about moving on, right? Now, there was a lot of love here and there was a lot of passion. I can see that very clearly. But this also felt like a battle that just couldn't be won. And I feel like that's why the feminine energy has the Wheel of Fortune, because this is her making the decision to change her life very drastically. Her actions, or the Knight of Wands. So when the Knight of Wands comes out, this is someone who decides to do something else very quickly. This is a very dynamic energy. And this is someone who really tried to give their heart to this masculine energy. But when it seemed as though it wasn't going to work, that's when she broke free, probably very quickly, to the surprise of the masculine. Now, in his energy, he actually decided not to fight for this connection, because we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse for his thoughts and feelings. So again, this is kind of the energy of him feeling like this is a battle that he couldn't win. When the Seven of Wands comes out in the reverse, at times that can talk about someone who is very powerless to fix a situation, but it can also talk about a scandal. This can talk about a deceptive situation that has to do with an environment. This can talk about the masculine having a dramatic life, and it's starting to really get out of hand and seep into the feminine's life. And I feel like with this frenemy card, it's very possible that whatever kind of issues he was hiding did get exposed, and she started to see him for who he was at the time and decided that it didn't need to be this difficult, that life wasn't so difficult without him, right? So it's kind of the energy of pulling a lot of dead weight off of you if you're the feminine, because as much as you want this relationship, you're really tired of feeling as though you have to put up a fight to get what you want, right? Now, we had arguments coming out in the reverse for our masculine energy in the past. So again, this is the energy of him feeling powerless to fix things. This is him probably not wanting to argue anymore, but also because of the Seven of Wands in the reverse, it's showing me that he didn't feel as though he had a valid explanation for what he did. And so this is literally him kind of retreating into his shell and not being willing to face the issue. Now we have the Strength card for his actions in the past, and that's showing me that he did decide to hold back from this connection. Now, at present, for you water signs, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I'm seeing that you're both on your own, right? And kind of doing your own thing. This is being clarified by detachment in the reverse. So it looks like there could be an opportunity for some sort of discussion within the next few weeks, or for you both to kind of come to the conclusion that you actually still care. With the energy from the feminine side, we have I still want you. Masculine says, I hate that I still want you, but that's in the reverse. So he very well could be coming to the conclusion that as much as he hasn't wanted to participate in whatever this was, he's actually deciding now that he does want to be a part of the situation. Now, for the feminine energy, we have Queen of Swords in the reverse for thoughts and feelings, and that's at present. And when the Queen of Swords comes out in the reverse, this talks a lot about not communicating with someone. For you feminine, you could be feeling very angry or bitter. You could be in a space where you don't want to forgive your masculine at this time. This can also talk about not having open communication or being very uninterested or withdrawn from a connection, right? For you feminine energy, sometimes this Queen of Swords can talk about feeling a bit argumentative. And I think for some of you, because your masculine didn't want to argue, this is you being like, well, now I'm going to argue with you because I was just trying to have a conversation. But when you shut me down, now I really am mad, right? Before I wasn't mad. I was just trying to figure out where this is going, or if I'm holding on to something that's over, or if I'm fighting for something that's not real. But because you're treating me like I'm overreacting, now I'm going to show you what that looks like, and I really will overreact, right? So it very well may be that if your masculine is trying to communicate with you, the feminine energy over the next few weeks or at present is feeling a little bit argumentative or on guard, right? Now, 10 of Pentacles for what our feminine energy is doing, but that is being clarified by the coupled in the reverse oracle. So as much as this 10 of Pentacles talks about a commitment, what's very interesting is you're both single as what this looks like. So my guess is you're focusing on your family life for you feminine energy. You may be upgrading your home or doing things over the next few weeks to start a new diet or make some changes in your life. Anything tangible. Some of you could be opening a business. This can even talk about saving for a rainy day or making a large purchase. So you may be trying to better your life in the sense that if your person that you want comes back, you can show them what you've been doing. I do still feel like you feminine want to be with your masculine, but I think you're really upset. Deep down though, there is the energy of still feeling very committed to this person, even if there isn't a commitment that's out and in the open. Now I'm going to pull another card because we have the masculine energy saying, I love you. And I think that for you water signs, your masculine is coming to the conclusion that it's time to have an honest conversation. The blockage, however, is maturity. We're having some issues around having adult conversations without people becoming triggered and accusing one another of either shutting down or blowing up, right? Now, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse for our blockage. So how do you put the work in? Is this worth putting work into at this time? And the fact that it seems like the both of you have given up is a bit of an issue. I think that the feminine energy ended up giving up when it seemed that the masculine had given up as well. And 2 of Cups is coming out for thoughts and feelings at present for our masculine, and 5 of Wands for actions. So this is showing me that the masculine is definitely thinking about the situation and wondering if there's a way to apologize for the way that things went. That he's feeling the separation. When the 2 of Cups comes out reversed, this can oftentimes talk about 2 people who do very much want to be together, but because of environmental circumstances, that just isn't able to happen at this time. I feel like the 5 of Wands is the masculine trying to step back into his environment. He may have been kind of holding off from connecting with people at all. And this is him going out and trying to assess kind of his life, whether it's his work, his friends, his family, because it looks like family could be playing a role in this connection. And really trying to see, is this what I want? Or are these people the reason why I wasn't able to make it work with my feminine? Did I listen to them over her, or did I take into account what they wanted more than what she needed, right? So it looks like there is an opportunity within the next few weeks to try to have a discussion, but we're going to see where it could possibly lead, because I do see you both at this time still being very single and neither one of you really putting the work into this connection. Now, I'm going to pull you some advice oracle cards. And then I'm going to take it over to the extended reading, because this does look like it has the capacity to be very positive, being that we have our feminine saying, I still want you, and our masculine saying, I love you. So let's get some advice for both the feminine and masculine. Feminine energy, we have rejuvenation. Get a good night's sleep, rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit. So for you feminine, you may be very worried about this. When the Queen of Swords comes out, that does talk about not having clarity or focusing on parts of a situation that cause you anxiety or stress. So Spirit is saying, try not to stress over this if at all possible. We also have support. Offer your support to someone. Experience the joy of serving others. Now, maybe you feel as though your own twin flame connection has grown stagnant, but something that really will help is if you can offer support to your own friends who are going through relationship issues, because that actually helps raise the vibration of love collectively, and that will help you to attract more love into your life. For you masculine, we have retreat. Take a mini retreat and listen to the voice of your soul. So masculine, for those of you who know that your environment is a bit of an issue, this is Spirit asking you to take the time to remove yourself from whatever that is that you may need to take time and see what the bigger picture is. It's very hard to see what's going on in your life if you're in the middle of it, rather than taking that step back and really being able to see the whole situation, right? We have connection. Connect with someone special. A loved one is a gift to treasure. So if you've been thinking masculine that this isn't going to work or this isn't a divine connection, Spirit is telling you that you need to start trusting your intuition rather than asking other people what they think and then following their advice blindly. This is saying that there is a connection in your life that is divinely guided, but it's time for you to remember that and to try to connect with that person. I'm going to take this over to the extended reading because I want to take a look at thoughts and actions for the future for both the masculine and feminine energy, as well as the situation in the future that you'll be dealing with in the blockage. We'll pull out cards to see the advice for each of you and then why you should do that. And then finally, we look at what will happen if you follow that advice. I hope that you will join me over there, but if this is where we part ways, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and you take care. Bye. You may need to examine your past and look at things that are keeping you from feeling like you can speak your piece or like you know your worth in a situation. Because I do see you wanting to try this again. But the interesting part is, if you can follow this advice, you would actually manifest a different version of your divine masculine, is what I'm seeing here. And it seems as though you already have begun to manifest a different version of him.